Just gonna wait a few minutes for everybody to get a chance to pop on. Hello, hi Felicia, hi LaShawn, hi ladies. Hope everybody's having a good week. Give me 1 second, I am trying to pull the comments up on my computer so I can see. There we go, I can see you guys. Hey, 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 I can see all the comments now. So exciting. Give me 1 second, I'm going to now pin the color that is on $12.99 tonight, which is going to be fishnet stockings, because everybody needs an awesome red for this time of year, and fishnet is one of my favorites. So let me go ahead and push that in real quick for you guys, and then I'm going to show you everything, and then we're going to go ahead and get started. Melanie, I'm back. I'm back. Yes. Yeah, we had 2 weeks off. Election week, and then last week we were Black Friday prepping, and then we're back this week, and I think, is Thanksgiving coming up? When is it? Next week? Yeah. So next week, Thanksgiving week, we will also be off because it's Thanksgiving week, and we're Black Friday prepping. We're going to finish it all. We have some awesome stuff coming, which will be posted soon, so don't even ask now. I'll post it soon. Allison, missed you too. All right, ladies, if you guys are new to Peppi Gel, my name is Tiffany. I am one of the owners. I will be hosting live tonight. Tonight we have a color on sale called Fishnet Stockings. It's a beautiful deep red, maroonish color, and I actually only have 2 layers of the color on my nails right now. And normally I have 3, so it's actually a little bit lighter, which is actually still pretty dark, but it's a little bit lighter than if you were doing it the traditional way, but I'm kind of changing things up this evening. So the color is Fishnet Stockings, and I'm trying to bring the light in. Let me see if I can bring it in right here. Here we go. And you can kind of get a better look at it here. So I have a new little office setup that I did. And the lighting is a little bit darker than my usual, so hopefully by the time I come back after Black Friday, it'll be a little bit brighter and better. But anyways, tonight's sale color for $12.99 is Fishnet Stockings. Also, there's free shipping on the website, so if you don't have it, there's no reason to not get it. That is a win-win. Free shipping plus $4 off the color. Super awesome. So I am going to show you guys how to use peel base tonight, and I chose to use the UNT peel base. I'm not sure if it has a specific pronunciation for it, but I'm going to call it UNT because it looks like an abbreviation to me, so that's what I'm going to call it. So yeah, a lot of girls are asking. I drastically cut my nails back. They are, to the average person, still pretty long, but they are very short. I drastically cut them back. So my thought process was, you know, in the 5 years or however long I've been doing my nails, I have never really given myself a break from acetone, and everybody keeps asking about peel base, how does it work, yada yada, so on. So I was like, you know what, I don't think we've ever actually done a video on peel base, even though it's been around forever, but I'm going to go ahead and do one, avoid the acetone use, but while I'm at it, I might as well give myself a little cut and kind of give myself a refresh all over. So my nails are drastically shorter, but it actually kind of feels good. It's like a little bit weird, but it feels good. I didn't stress about it this time, and for those who have been around for a long time, you guys know I get like so OCD about cutting my nails. I usually just file them. But anyways, so again, just to reiterate, Fishnet Stockings is the color on sale, and there's free shipping this evening. I will be doing 2 dips of Fishnet Stockings and 1 dip of clear. So the traditional way we apply Peppi gel is usually I'll do 3 dips of color and 1 dip of clear. But my nails are shorter and I didn't want more than 3 dips, especially because I'm using a peel base and I don't know how long this peel base is going to last. It could be 1 day, it could be a week. So we're going to go ahead and get into that so you guys fully understand what peel base is. But real quick, I need to push back my cuticles and kind of wipe my nails down. So I'm actually going to wipe them down first with some acetone just to kind of dry them out a little extra. So let me go ahead. This is just a little bottle of acetone that I picked up from CVS in a crunch a few weeks back. And it was pure acetone. I was surprised I could actually find it there, and it did work. I will say it's not as strong as what I usually use from Sally's, but it worked. But what I'm going to do is right now, my nails are pretty much prepped for the most part. I've already filed and shaped them. I'm not buffing them today. I'm going to give my nails a break from the buffing because we're using peel base. You know, it's not going to last as long anyway, so why thin my nails out buffing them if I'm not even going to wear them for the full 2 or 3 weeks that I normally would. So again, all I just used to wipe my nails off was just 100% acetone, just a little mini bottle that I picked up at CVS one day. I'm now going to push my cuticles back. I've already cleaned the cuticles off of my nails themselves, but I didn't actually push them back. I like to do that right before I start my Peppi cure because I want them to be like as cinched up there as possible right before I apply the product. So I'm just using the cuticle pusher that we offer online. It's super cute, super pretty, does a fantastic job. You don't have to have this same exact one to do your nails at home, but you can use any one that you have. However, if you want a pretty one to match all your Peppi accessories, this is definitely something to add to your list. I believe it is out of stock right now, but we will stock it soon. All right, so I'm just pushing those back. And that's how your nails should look, all cleaned and prepped. Let me get that light on there. That's what prepped nails look like, minus buffing them. Like I said, I'm not gonna buff my nails today just because we're using the peel base and I'm not really going for long wear. All right. So Jordan, I put a link to the peel base in the group today. It's under the group announcements. Just go ahead and click that link and it'll take you right to it. Havana Nights is a little bit different. Elizabeth, yes, I cut my nails off. I don't know what's wrong with me. You know, my nails have been so long, like for such an extended period of time that it just kind of felt good to give myself a little refresh. But also my middle finger, I broke that nail probably about 2 months ago and it was really short and I fixed it, you know, with a tea bag. I'm pretty sure I talked about it on live before. But when I realized like it's not quite as long as my other nails, but it's pretty close and blends in, I just decided why not just refresh all of the nails. It was a hard life choice today. All right, so I'm using the peel base, so I really want to talk about this with you guys. There's lots of peel bases out there. We don't sell one ourselves, but this one is used by a lot of people. And with so many new people in the group, everybody is always asking about peel base. And with me wanting to take a break from acetone, since I've never really given myself one, I thought it would be a really good time to try the peel base. So real quick, before I forget, I almost forgot. Ladies, if we do hit 600 viewers tonight, I'm going to give away a fishnet stockings. And if we hit 1,000 viewers tonight, I'm going to buy a second winner a peel base and ship it right to their house. So these are going to be the 2 prizes tonight. So the only way to get there is if you guys are sharing and inviting and, adding your friends to the live video. But help me get there, and I will give away fishnet stockings at 600 viewers. And at 1,000 viewers, I will buy a peel base and send it right to your house. Okay, so peel base, ladies, is meant for an easy removal. This is meant for, like, if you change your nails frequently and don't want to use acetone every single day, like, this is what this is meant for. So even if you wanted to wear Peppi nails just for Thanksgiving and then the next day switch to Christmas nails, you would use this. This is not meant to stay on your nails for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. It's literally meant for your nails to be put on and taken off within a short amount of time. So if you do buy this peel base, just know that you're more than likely not going to get a 2-week wear. Like, I've seen reviews say nails pop off within 24 hours to up to a week, okay? So what I'm going to do, since I've never actually tested this, is I've already put it on this hand. Obviously, I'm going to show you on my other hand, but I will update you guys in the group on how long it ends up lasting for me. So now, also keep in mind, it's going to be a different wear time for everybody who uses it. Some people are more active with their hands or use their nails as tools, which is a big no-no, but everybody uses their hands and fingers differently, and your day-to-day lifestyles are different. So even though it might last for a week for myself, maybe if you're super active and ride horses, it'll only last for 1 day. I don't know. So, Gail, I'll get into the peel off here in a minute, but I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm hoping to get a week wear out of that. So this is one trick I'm going to show you for the difference of trying to keep it on longer versus shorter. So let me just fix the light a little bit because, like I said, it's a little bit dark today. Which I can't wait to show you guys. I'm going to show you guys my little office thing that my husband and I built. I think for anybody who has a small house like me, I think you might appreciate this. You might like what we did. We turned a closet into a little office. Okay, so I'm going to take the peel base. Now, if I wanted to take these off instantly, maybe just because I wanted a certain thing for a video, or if I wanted to take them off in a day or two, I would paint the peel base like I would polish, all the way up to the cuticle, in the sidewalls. Like, I would cover every square inch of the nail. I don't want to do that because I really do want to try to get at least a week out of this. I don't have time to do my nails every single day. I wish I did. But because of that, I'm going to do it a little bit different. And I'm basically going to start about 70% up the nail and just kind of create like a little landing strip. So I'm not going onto my sidewalls and I'm not going up to the cuticle. I only want this so I can wear it for about a week and then take it off without acetone at that point. I don't want these to pop off tomorrow or the next day. I just don't have time to do them that often. I wish I did. I wish Peppi allowed me just to do my nails, but unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, fortunately, we stay pretty busy, so I have to do other things, but you all know what I mean. So I'm going to actually apply 2 layers of this peel base to my nail. So right now, I have to wait for this layer to dry before I can go ahead and add my next layer. Once it starts to dry, it kind of turns to like almost a matte finish, like a matte sticky-ish finish. And then I know that I'm ready for the second layer. So while we wait for this first layer to dry, I'm going to go ahead and see if I can read some comments. Let's see. Yep, one swipe right down the middle. I am using the UNT peel base. If you want a link to it, it's posted in the group under the announcement. Should be right at the top of the page. See, Carolyn said she used Peel Base a week ago for the first time, and she said they're still on. That is awesome. I'm really hoping mine will stay on for at least a week. If not, obviously, I will definitely put Peppi right back on. Can't risk breaking my nails without it. Hi, Lisa. How are you? Heather says she does one swipe down the middle as well, and it lasts her for about 2 to 4 days. Yeah, if I can get at least until like Sunday, I'd be happy. At least Sunday, I would have time to redo them. Gail, yeah, you can use this over tips. So what I've seen people do is with the Peel Base, they will put their tips on and then put a dip of clear over those and kind of set it, file it, and do all that good stuff. And then from there, they'll do the Peel Base and then go ahead and do the regular Peppi cure. Isabella, you do 5 coats of Peel Base? That's a lot. I mean, maybe you have, again, this is my first time using Peel Base, so maybe I'm misunderstanding if you have to use more than what I'm doing. But I'm only doing 2 because, like I said, I want it to last, like, somewhat. Usually I wear my nails for about 2 weeks unless I'm doing live, and then obviously I change them out. Alright, so we just applied our second layer. We're going to have to wait a good couple minutes because I really want to make sure this Peel Base is really nice and dry before I start using my number 1. I do not want to risk contamination of my number 1 from this outside product. So don't forget, ladies, the color that I am wearing is called Fishnet Stockings, and that's the one that is on sale tonight for $12.99. Jordan got lots of new colors. That is awesome. Jordan, the link to the Peel Base is in the Facebook group under the announcements on the Tutorial Tuesday post. Crystal says she hasn't found her sweet spot yet. She's tried 1 strip on a whole nail and 1 coat, and they either pop right off or never come off. Yeah. So generally, I would never use Peel Base, but, you know, my body deserves a break from acetone. Why not? Gail says she started out with short nails, growing now, but like long nails, so using tips. I love it. Yeah, so Fishnet Stockings, if you guys are looking for the perfect, like, holiday red, like, this is going to be your jam, honestly. Like, this color is one of my favorites. It's just a classic, nice, like, deep maroonish red. So right now, again, I'm just waiting for this Peel Base to dry. Which takes a few minutes, and I really need to make sure it's, like, completely like solidified or dried, because if I don't, I really can risk contamination with my number 1. So I'm just trying to be very careful. Oh, that's good, Heather. Heather says using Peel Base helped her hands from not being so dry from acetone. Yeah. So the acetone does dry my hands when I use it, but after every single Peppi cure, I do a sugar scrub, and then I put Vaseline on, and then my hands are instantly restored. But I also do Vaseline like every single day because I'm just a fanatic. But yeah. So it's almost dry. I can see a couple little spots that are a little shinier than they should be. So we're getting there. This is the hard part, ladies. Like, you still got to do all your same steps of Peppi, but you got to do this extra step for this Peel Base and wait for it to dry. Ashley says, this is my favorite red. Yeah, it is. Like, it is literally, I would say Fishnet Stockings and Chianti and Havana Nights are literally my 3 all-time favorite fall colors. Don't be surprised if on the next live I put one of those other 2 on. Mary, as soon as I'm done with my Peppi cure, I'm going to explain how you remove it without actually doing it. Alright, so I think, yeah, I am ready to go. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and do our normal Peppi cure, and if you guys are new to Peppi Joe, I highly recommend that you stay on and watch this. Got a lot of great tips that I love to share with you ladies. Alright, so I'm going to take my number 1, ready, and I'm going to apply very thin layers to my nail. In order to get those thin layers, I'm going to use the inside bottle wiper to remove excess liquid off of my brush. And you'll see, like, when you look at my brush, it looks like there's hardly any liquid on there. This is very important to get a thin, natural looking Peppi cure. What's also very important is to remember your number 1 is an adhesive. So if you wipe your brush anywhere up here or anywhere on this side, you run risk of gluing your bottle shut. So super important to just completely avoid it and kind of throw that habit away from regular polish where you would wipe it. Just throw that bad habit away and use the inside wiper in the bottle. It's really hard to see. You can't really see it, but the plastic insert goes all the way in, and that's where you can remove your excess liquid off your brush. So very, very important, again, not to get any liquid in those areas. Like I said, you will run risk of gluing your bottle shut because this is an adhesive. So again, I'm doing very thin layers, and since I'm doing only 2 layers of color, I'm actually going almost all the way up to my cuticle. So there's no like color fade when I go to put the second layer of dip on. Thank you, June. All right, so again, very thin layers. It's so weird painting my nails short. I'm so used to them being long. Holy. My nails actually grow decently fast, so I'm not too worried about it. Sometimes it feels good just to have a really good, like, nice fresh cut. So again, don't forget, this nail is going to be a little bit off shape compared to the other ones because I am trying to grow it out from a break I did. I don't break my nails very often, but every now and then I get a little reckless and it happens. So thin layers, taking my time, using good lighting is very important so you can see what you're doing. And being very careful with my bottle. So normally when I teach a live video, we do 3 dips of color at the minimum because that's how you get the closest color match to the website. But today I'm going to switch it up a little bit and I'm only going to do 2 dips of color. But I'm going to use my 3rd dip with clear. And what that's going to do is still give me the strength of 3 dips like we recommend in your starter kit instructions. But it's going to give me high shine when I'm done without having that 4th layer of that extra color in between the clear in my 2 dips here. Okay, so this is my first dip. Let me get my light on here. This is my first dip. You can see how nice and thin it is. No bumps or lumps. And it's the key, honestly, the thinner you do your application, the less you're gonna have to buff and correct in the end. And there's not gonna be any lumps or bumps that you're gonna have to worry about. So now I'm gonna go ahead and dust off all that excess powder. I'm just using the Peppi duster brush that we do offer on our website. If you don't have one, it's okay. You don't have to have one. You can use any cosmetic brush you have at home. Just make sure it's nice and clean before you use it. Okay, so let me check comments real quick before I go into my second layer. Alicia, I hope I'm saying your name right. Your liquids will last you for about 25 manicures with the correct use and bottle care. Now, if you contaminate it, obviously it can be a much shorter lifespan, but if you really, really take care of them, you can even get a little bit longer out of it. Thank you, Denise. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and work on my second layer of color. This time I'm gonna go all the way up to the cuticle. And then once I do my dip, I'm actually gonna take this little toothpick and I'm gonna show you up close before I do it because it's a little bit harder once I dip. But I'm gonna take it, the pointy side of the cuticle here. Let me go over here. I feel like my camera is just blurry. And just kind of go right along the cuticle line. And what that's going to do is make sure there's no product on the cuticle, but it's going to give it a nice, clean, rounded look like you see over here. So let me go ahead and do that. So what's everybody's plans for Thanksgiving? Are you guys traveling to see family? Are you guys staying home? What are you guys doing? I can't believe it's so close to now. This year's gone by fast. Like fast and slow at the same time. Just so many hurdles that all of us have had to jump through. Yeah, the toothpick trick is awesome. This is how it makes it look nice and clean. Oh my gosh, I didn't even realize we were at 765. We're so close. So obviously I'm going to give a fishnet stockings away, but if we hit that 1,000 mark, I will buy somebody a peel base and ship it right to their house. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to keep working through my Peppi cure. What do you guys want to see on the next live? So the next live won't be till after Thanksgiving. Next week we get off. Black Friday. We got to get everything ready for that and then have a nice little Thanksgiving. So what do you guys want to see after that? I'm assuming Christmas nails. Oh, we're at 869 now. You guys want a peel base. All right, so I'm just going very slow on this layer because this is my final layer. It's going to be the most visible of everything that's going on. So obviously clear is going to actually be my final layer, but this is my final layer of color that's going to be very well seen. So I want to make sure it's perfect. Michelle, the $12.99 color tonight is Fishnet Stockings. Jenny wants to see some nail stamping. Lori, UNT is a peel base. I showed and demonstrated how to use it in the beginning of the video, so once live's over, you'll be able to rewatch it so you can see exactly what it is and how I used it. Holiday themed nails. What? Your birthday is on Thanksgiving. Happy birthday. Amy, you like my shorter nails? Thank you. I'm really digging them right now. Now, ask me again tomorrow. I could change my mind, but I'm really enjoying them right now. It feels really weird, actually, because I got so used to long nails, so I feel really naked, but in a good way, like a fresh, giving myself a little cleanse. All right, so I'm just taking my time. I kind of fan the brush and just slide it up to the cuticle rather than like plopping any liquid up there to start with. And it really helps to keep that cuticle line nice and thin. Yeah, you can tell my middle finger is not quite where it should be, but I'm trying to be good. I'm trying not to be so OCD these days. Kathy's birthday is on Thanksgiving. Happy birthday. I got my dad's birthday and my sister's birthday are all next week. Well, one this weekend and then one the following week. A lot of November birthdays. I love it. Alright, so it's really hard for me to see, so I had to lean in there. If you guys saw the top of my head, I'm sorry. So I'm just taking my time. Again, I can't iterate enough. Like, really take your time while doing your pedicure because it will show in the end. Just remember, this is your me time. So tell whoever's bothering you to give you a little bit of time so you can have those pretty nails that you want. And then I'm just doing the little toothpick trick there to make sure it's got a nice clean cuticle line. I'm going to go ahead and wipe the excess powder off of my thumb. I always do my thumb last because it's still a little bit too wet to do it right when I finish it and dust off my other fingers. So again, the color is Fishnet Stockings. That is on sale tonight. Plus there's free shipping, so maybe if you don't want fishnet stockings or something else that you want, you can grab that on free shipping. My number one is getting low. Alright, and I got a little bit excess right there, so I'm going to wipe that off. And we're going to go ahead and dip. And then we're going to clean off the cuticle. Really round it out. Perfect. And that's it for my color that I'm going to be dipping. But now I'm actually going to use clear. We always recommend a minimum of 3 dips no matter which way you do it. So you have enough strength for your pedicure to last for at least 2 weeks. We will be having a Black Friday special. We will be posting that information soon, so just keep an eye out on it. You'll see it in email and in the Facebook group. Uh-oh. I got a dog hair on my nail. If you guys have dogs, you know that stuff gets everywhere sometimes. There we go. Alright, so now I'm going to take clear and do my third and final dip in there. I have glitter pieces in my clear, so I might end up with glitter on my nails, which is no big deal. It's a little fun surprise. So again, I'm using the same methods, just applying my nails, my base nice and thin, and then just dipping right into the clear. And I go a little bit faster with the clear because it's a little bit easier to maneuver. Somebody said an ombre. We can do an ombre. It's been a while since I've done one of those. I haven't done an ombre in a while. could do some Christmas stamping. That'd be fun. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and dip right into the clear. We're looking good. Horizontal ombre, I've done those. I'm good at the ombre. Let me think about what ombre colors. Maybe I can do a Peppi here that has ombre and stamping. Some kind of Christmas theme. I actually like this nail length a lot better for nail art designs because they're not too long. When your nails get too long, sometimes it's really hard to do like stamping and other certain types of nail art because you won't get that like full coverage of the design. You'll have like a lot of naked space you're not supposed to have. Obviously there's ways to work around it because you can layer your stamps and all kinds of fun stuff. So it's kind of why I steered away for a little while because my nails were just excessively long. But I really like this length, so I'm excited because I love doing Christmas nails. That's one of my favorites. So again, I'm just going nice and slow so you guys can see what I'm doing. Taking my time. I got one more nail to dip, and then we're going to get on to the fun stuff. So I am excited to give away fishnet stockings tonight. All right, let me just clean that up real quick, and boom. All right, perfect. So now we got our nails dipped in 3 layers. So I really hope this peel base lasts for at least a week. So I really just kind of dusting off all that excess powder because now we're gonna go into our number 2 and do some buffing, and then I'm gonna go into the shine coat with you. So I don't know if you guys saw my really super quick tutorial I did, a pre-recorded tutorial for last week of the shine. So if you have struggles with that part, you can definitely watch it. It's still pinned in the group announcements. You could watch that without having to watch a whole entire like tutorial video. But if you just hang out here for a few more minutes, I'll go over it here as well. All right. So now you can see I have 3 dips of nails, 3 dips of layers on my nails. They're pretty thin and ready to go. So I'm going to do a little bit of drilling on them and then a little bit of buffing just to really smooth them out. And then we'll get into our number 3. So I'm going to give it another minute, kind of let number 2 do its job and really set and solidify the number 1 and the powder together, sorry. The number 1 and the powder. So that's the biggest thing you guys can remember is the number 2 is the curing agent of the whole system. So it has 2 jobs. The first job is to cure the number 1 with the powder, and the second job is to cure the number 3. So if you having like a finicky outcome with your number 3, there's a good chance there's something just slightly off that affected it, but don't worry because I'm going to go over all of that so the next time you do it, you can knock it out of the park. Amy, yeah, this color is really pretty. Amy, if you find your nails are getting weak, it could be from over buffing your nails, or it could be from the acetone. The Peppi product itself does not thin your nails out. It's more about the prep and the removal that can thin your nails out, and that's the same for a lot of nail products, not just Peppi. All right, so now my nails are ready to get a little bit of work done to them. So I like to use, oh no, I just spilled the UNT base, you guys. I literally just spilled it on my new desk. Husband's gonna kill me. All right, got it off, we're good. Okay, so I like to use this Bell portable drill. The Bell brand in general is really great. I love their drills. I have links to all of our favorite drills in the group under the units tab. So if you ever want to look at what we recommend, there's links to everything there. But this drill is super awesome. And I'm just using this drill bit here to kind of smooth out the nails. So really important, your drill just needs to be on low and slow. You don't need to go fast and you don't need to go hard. You just go nice and slow. And you just kind of smooth over all of your nails. And just take your time. The more you do it, the faster you get with it. But very important, your drill just needs to be on low and you don't need to press hard. You just need to let the drill bit do the work. So you don't want to overdo it. Perfect. I love this drill bit, Isabella. This is the one I use for pretty much everything. There's one other one I like, which I actually don't have it next to me, but it's the same grit. It's just cone shape, and it's really great for nail prep and getting the cuticle out of the way. But this one actually works really great for that as well, if you didn't have both. But they actually come in a pack together. And I think I have a link to it under the units tab in the group. I can't remember. If not, I can add it so you guys can access it. So I always like tilt my nail up and kind of slant the drill bit in. Let me go over here. Yeah. I tilt my nail and kind of slant it in so I can go right around the cuticle, right up here to kind of, you know, smooth it all out. And again, I have the drill speed on low. You don't need to be on a high drill speed. And I'm not pressing very hard. I'm letting the drill bit do the work. You're not going to hurt your nails. So if you find that your nails are like too thick because the base was applied too thick, or maybe you just did extra layers, or whatever the reason may be, just drill and buff them a little extra and they'll thin out nice for you. Alright. This one's a little bit hard because it's a little bit shorter. I swear I have not had my nails this short in probably like 3 years. Honestly. It's so weird. But I like it. It's like, I don't know, if you've ever grown your hair out to like something crazy long and then you cut it off, it just feels fresh sometimes. Although I'll be honest, I don't get my hair cut very often because that gives me anxiety too. Alright, ladies. I got one more finger after this. So doing your own drill work can be a little bit challenging, but once you get used to it, it's really easy. The same with even just doing your Peppi cure. What happens is the more you practice and the more you do it, just like if you did anything else or any other type of movements, you end up gaining that muscle memory, so it becomes really easy. That's why, like, if you're doing your non-dominant hand at first, it seems like a little bit hard or, you know, hard to do, but the more you do it, you're gonna get that muscle memory and it becomes really easy. So you really got to give yourself a chance to, like, practice and really learn, you know, how to do it all. Again, you're learning how to be your own nail tech. So just keep in mind, most nail techs go to school, I think, for what, like 9 months or a year or something like that. So you really just are learning one thing in a shorter amount of time. All right. The thumb is always the most awkward when you're holding it up in the air. Usually if I'm not on camera, I'll have it like steady on the edge of the desk or something to make it really easy. But since we're on camera tonight, we're gonna go with the awkward motions. All right, and that's it. So they're all smoothed out. But what I really love is the finish of a buffer over the drill bit. I really love the finish of the buffer over the drill bit. So I'm actually going to go ahead and just give my nails a quick smooth over with the buffer. Always keeping the foam side of the buffer to your cuticle so you don't scratch your cuticles up with the sandpaper on the other side. And then the same thing with my buffer, like I do with the drill. I just kind of angle it in and clean up that cuticle one more time. This is my final, like, you know, smooth out. So I really want to make sure everything is exactly how I want it. So you can see like how smooth that looks after a buffer versus how it looks after the drill. That's why I prefer to like do a good smooth over with the drill and then really fine tune it with the buffer. You don't have to use both. You can use simply one or the other. Your starter kit does come with a buffer, and we have buffers on our website that are just like this one. I really like a used buffer, so I've had this one for a really long time. I like it used because it's less abrasive. I can't talk. And really gives me that smooth finish that I want. And it's also really great for nail prep. But yeah, you can choose if you want to use just the buffer, which you totally can, or just the drill, or a combo of like what I like to do. That choice is completely up to you, and that's all a personal preference. So if you don't have a drill, don't feel pressured like you have to go out and buy one, because you certainly don't. I love it. I love this color. I'm going to keep my nails short just so I can do some holiday designs when we come back from our live break after Thanksgiving. I will post in the group an update on how this peel base worked for me. Keep in mind what happens with my experience is going to be different for everybody else because we're all using our hands very differently. All right, so now that they're all nice and smooth, I of course can't finish without going over my shape one more time. So even though I already shaped my nails during my prep, it's always important to go ahead and just go over it one more time after you apply your dip. And the reason being is because you're adding layers to your nails, so that can kind of change like a little bit of how your shape looks. So as long as you get your shape pretty much how you want it prior to when you start your Peppi cure, it's actually really easy just to correct and fix it at this point. So you don't have to spend a lot of time trying to shape at this point. It's harder to shape your nails once product is on them. So generally, what you're seeing me do is I would usually have my hand on the edge of the desk for stability and a contrasting background so I can see exactly how my nail shape is. This has really helped me to perfect my nail shape and get it exactly how I want it. But because we're on live and I don't want to move the camera to show you my lap, I'm going to use the edge of this buffer. It doesn't work quite the same as if I was using the edge of my nail desk, but it will do for now. And then I just kind of have to go in like that. There we go. It's a little awkward with the buffer, so I have a little extra maneuvering to do. And that's it. You just kind of clean it up. And it's perfect. So now we're going to go ahead and you can kind of see from my pinky to my ring finger like how much tighter and cleaned up the pinky looks now that I smoothed it over one more time versus my ring finger needing a little cleanup right here on the tip. And that's just from adding extra layers and, you know, to your nails. Once I finish with this part, ladies, I promise I'll get back to reading comments. I am by myself this evening, so it gets a little hard to do both. I'm not ignoring you. Let me see. I always just want to double check. I always want to make sure it's, you know, as good as I want it to be at this point because I don't want to have to fix them in a couple days when I find a spot that might be bothering me. Although in this case it probably doesn't really matter because that peel base isn't going to last very long, but it'll be good for now. This is so weird. My nails feel so naked. Can't wait for this finger to kind of get back to normal. This is the girl that made me cut all the other sisters down to be even. Get It Girl is similar. It's more of a purpley tone than Fishnet is, but they're both equally pretty. Alright, I'm liking how that looks. And one last finger, the thumb, which is the hardest without the edge of the table. And we're just going to scoop right in there. And then just clean that up real quick. And voila. So just like that, all the shape is all done. The filing and buffing is done. And now we're going to get into our number 3, which is the most important thing you need to learn about your Peppi gel. Alright, let me fix that. There we go. At least now this finger blends in. It's not as so short. Alright. Okay. Let's see. We got to do our number 2, right? I'm just reading your comments real quick. I see you guys talking about other colors, School Digger, Get It Girl. You can't go wrong with any of them. It just depends more of what undertone you really like. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and start working with my number 3. Elizabeth, what did I say I was feeling weird about? Clearly you didn't offend me because I've already moved on from it. Oh man. I'm like so focused into this Peppi cure, like I don't even know. Anyways, alright, so I am going to use the number 2. This time when we use our number 2, we don't want to saturate the nails. We want to lightly kiss the nails. So like a nice sweet kiss and not a sloppy kiss. Remember it that way. You only want just enough to cover the nails. You don't want to saturate them. It's very important because it will affect the outcome of your shine. So I'm going to go ahead and apply that. I want to make sure I get it in my sidewalls, around the cuticle, and at the free edge of the nail, so we can really cinch everything in for a long-lasting Peppi cure if I didn't have a peel base underneath. At this point, we're going to wait 2 minutes. 2 minutes is the key, nothing more, nothing less. We're going to wait 2 minutes from this point before we go into our number 3. Your number 3 is going to have the same exact bottle care as I showed you in the beginning of the video with your number 1. You never want to get the product on the top of the bottle neck or on the rim. You will glue your bottle shut. This is not the same as number 1, but it does have an adhesive property in it, so it's very important that you follow the same bottle care. So we got about another minute before we can get started. So while we're waiting, I'm going to go ahead and wipe the excess residue of number 2 off of my nails. This is very important because you don't want that number 2 residue to transfer into your bottle or onto your brush, making it hard. So then I'm going to turn the paper towel inside out over to the other side where I'm going to wipe my number 3 brush as I'm applying my number 3. So like your number 1, you want to go thin with your number 3. If you apply it too heavily, you're going to create like a little pool puddles onto your nail, like a bump basically. So what you want to remember with your number 3 is you want to go thin like you do with your number 1. You don't want to go so thin that your first layer is streaky, because then your number 3 will end up drying streaky because you went too thin. So you want to just do it thin enough that it has like a jelly look when you apply the first layer, but not too thin that it's already streaky from the moment you applied it. You want to do 2 to 3 quick strokes. Quick is the key word. If you go too slow, your number 3 shine is going to absorb that number 2 residue into the brush, making it hard. So 2 to 3 quick strokes is very important because you're creating a barrier layer in between your number 2 and your final layer of shine. You're wiping on a brush, you're wiping on a paper towel on a different spot each time before you dip back into the bottle. Also very important to prevent product contamination. You have to remember you're using your number 3 after the curing agent of your system. So you have to do these things to protect your number 3 brush and your number 3 liquid in the bottle. I am sealing the free edge of my nails, which is also very important for long-term wear because you want to cinch everything in. So remember, you want to go thin on your number 3, but not too thin that it's streaky when you first start out. Because if it is streaky when you first start out, you don't have enough to create a barrier layer, so it will dry that way. And that is how you get the high shine nails. So here in about 2 minutes, my nails will be dry. So while we're waiting for my nails to dry, we will go ahead and do our fishnet stockings giveaway. So let me think. How should we do the giveaway? Christina said, what happened to the labels? I don't know what you're referring to other than that these are not like etched labels that are like normally etched onto the bottle. These are just clear sticker labels because during COVID, our bottle maker was very behind. So we had to just get plain bottles that we could fill ourselves, and then we had to label them ourselves. All right, so, okay. I gotta give away fishnet. How do I want to do this? And your chances are high because everybody who is on that could have won is like signing off now because this Peppi cure is pretty much done. All right, I'm gonna do a scroll and pick. Let me see. All right, actually, I'm gonna let you guys see my computer so you guys can watch me do a scroll and pick, and whoever I land on is gonna be the lucky winner of fishnet. So yeah, after all my Peppi cures, I always do a sugar scrub and Vaseline because it restores moisture and exfoliates all that dead skin off. Okay. So I am right here. You guys can see. I'm going to scroll and then I'm going to count to 10 while I'm doing it. My eyes are closed, whether you guys believe me or not. My eyes are closed, and then whoever I land on is going to be the winner. So here I go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What happened? 7. Hey! There it goes. It's like slow lag. That's not fair. All right, let me do this again. Let me give it a minute so it can catch up. Oh, I don't like what that camera's doing over there. All right, scrolling. Stop. Isabella Georgentes, I think that was your last name. Email me at peppijo@gmail.com and you will win a fishnet stockings. I will get that out to you. So I hope you ladies enjoyed the live. These are my nails. They are all done. They came out nice and shiny. Pretty. They're short. When I come back after Thanksgiving, so there's no live next week, but when I come back after Thanksgiving, I will do a holiday set. I'll figure out ombre or stamping. I think that's what some of you guys requested, but we'll figure something out and we'll do something a little bit extra at that time. Why am I getting angry faces on our sale color? What the heck? All right, anyways, good night, ladies. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you soon. Bye.